Hello. Welcome to Gaze of Our Lives. This is a production by Cast Gamers, and today we're going to be playing Our Traveling Home by Ash Creeder. Like Dice Through the Dice Tower, these are the gaze of our lives. We are a group of therapist educators and spiritual leaders playing queer tabletop RPGs in order to embrace our identities, build community, and share the magic of playing queer games with queer people. Gaze of Our Lives typically streams every other Sunday starting at 3 p.m. Central Time. Today we had some technical difficulties. We will play queer games with queer characters, and then we're going to talk about our experience. Want to know how to use games to build space for your queer clients? Check us out as we discuss how each game can benefit the queer communities that we work with. Each season of Gaze of Our Lives, we choose a theme within queerness. The theme for this season is traveling and moving through the world while queer. Nina, would you like to tell us the announcements?
So, if I were to scroll to the right part, I am excited to share some announcements with you all. Coming up on July 1st at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, Friday Night Cast will be here for you. On Friday Night Cast, the crew continues playing Avatar, and check in to find out if Ushtun is really the Avatar. What mischief will Kanji the cat owl get into? And I'm very excited about that because it's Avatar. And who wouldn't be? And if you're not, I don't know. Maybe this will make you fall in love with it. So check in on Friday Night Cast on July 1st at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, and then on I'm actually gonna flip some things around so it's in time order because I know sometimes that can be confusing. So July 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have Community Care. Play Your Part. Their third episode is as hosted by Renee and Hallie, and join them as they explore community care practices in tabletop games and adapt the mechanics for our own community care games. And just really quickly, since Hallie, you're here with us, is there anything else you want to share about that?
No, we had to skip the last 2 months, unfortunately, due to unforeseen circumstances. One of which was just being burnt out. The second one was Renee got stuck in India for an extra week and a half, so we couldn't do it.
But so glad to have that resuming, just like we are finally getting to resume today. And thank you everyone who watches and follows us for your patience. Then later on, even later on in the month, July 28th at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, Tabletop Transformations is coming up. So join Menachem and Tanya on Tabletop Transformations with a special guest yet to be announced. So woo, it'll be a surprise. Or you'll find out if you watch some of the other shows, and then they can get you updated when that is decided. So good reason to tune into Cast. And then so yeah, we're gonna finally get started again with Gaze of Our Lives, playing our next game. So Tennille, would you do the honors of introducing the game that we'll be playing today?
Absolutely. Hello, everyone. So we are going to be playing Our Traveling Home. It's a game about queer romance, found family, and finding healing through belonging. During play, we will tell a story about a collection of oddballs and misfits trying to make this new chosen family work in the face of opposition from the outside world. This was written by Ash Creeder, who identifies as a queer trans game designer, publisher, and sometimes blogger living in the wilds of Canada. So we're going to do it's going to be a little bit different today. I'm going to be facilitating the game. Our Traveling Home is a GM-less game, which means there's no GM. But I will be facilitating, and I'm sure the others will help me out as we play into the game. So we'll start with just a player intro, since this is our first time. So I am Tennille. I am a licensed professional clinical counselor here in California. I have a private practice named Journey, and I enjoy looking at very tiny things and marveling at the beauty of reptiles.
What are your pronouns?
And my pronouns are she, her.
Thank you. I'm Hallie, she, her. You can find me as Hallosaurus on a bunch of things on the internet or Hallosaurus Rex. I'm a licensed independent clinical social worker out of Massachusetts, and I also have a private practice. We decided to add fun facts about us instead of super serious things. So I love my dog, dinosaurs, rocks, and tiny boxes, but not being put in a box.
Important
Nice.
distinction.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, she, her. I'm a marriage family therapy associate in Alabama with my own private practice, Inclusive Therapy Solutions. I like the Lisa Frank aesthetic. I also have too much yarn.
Fair point.
Is that really possible?
Yeah, it is. Like I have too many bins at home.
I don't see you swimming through it yet. So
I could if I had the bins at home.
Instead of a ball pit, you have a yarn ball pit.
I also have a ball pit, but yes.
Awesome. I forgot about that. So yeah, I'm Nina. I am a storyteller and educator, and specifically educating people about stories. And one of my aspirations as a child was to become a jouster, since we've got a little bit of a medieval theme going on here.
Interesting. Nice. All right. Well, we will do some check-in questions, and then we'll go into the safety tools, and then we'll do our little character ritual. So the check-in question, should we do 2 or just go 1 and go each person do 1? Okay, I'll just do both. So how do you get back into character, the game after a long break? And on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being not at all and 10 being totally, how much is your character you? So how do I get back into character at a game after a long break? Well, part of it is props. I think about like, okay, what would my character be wearing? What is it that I can wear for the live stream? I also put a little bit of lipstick on today. Yeah, I just try to remind myself of what the themes are and what the setting is, and just really immerse myself. Just use a lot of imagination. And then in regards to how much of my character is me, and it's a hard question to answer when it's like you're just starting, but I want to say a 6, and we'll see if that number changes as we play.
Yeah, that'll be curious. It's always interesting how much you don't think you're like your character, and then by the end of a game play, you're like, oh no, I gotta talk to my therapist about that. Right? So yeah, that'll be cool.
Anything else?
So Hallie, no, that's it for me.
Okay.
You ready?
And we're not saying what our characters are yet, right?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. I want to answer the first one anyways. So hopes, concerns, questions about today's game. I hope that we're able to cover what we want to and get into play pretty quickly. Just because I know that's easier to keep everyone's attention and it's fun. How do I get it back into character or the game after a long break? I don't know. I used to be like, let's plan for weeks and like for an entire day leading up to a game. And now I'm like, let's plan like the day of. And those are some of my favorite characters. And I didn't necessarily do that with my character this time, but I don't know. I just kind of feel like this character doesn't think a lot about things. So I'm not going to and on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being not at all, 10 being totally, how much is my character me? I used to think like a 1, But after thinking about my character more today, I'm like, we're probably up to like a 4, but we'll see. I'm sure by the end, it'll feel just like me, just like Nina was saying.
Jennifer, how about you?
Okay. With me getting back into character or a game after a long break, it's pretty easy for me because I do like make pretty intricate background stories for them that I'm like, oh yeah, all about. But how I get back into them is like, what's the feeling that the story that the game is making in that character? It'll help, like the feeling helps me connect to what's going on in the game. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say right now in this game, my character is maybe like a 3 or 4 me, with the other numbers being my great grandma.
Nice. And so for me, I haven't had as long a break as the rest of you, but we still did have some stuff going on. We took a little longer break than we expected. And I think that it also took me a while to kind of figure out who this character was. It was like, I kept trying to try on this character, and it just wasn't fitting right, which is interesting because that keep that in mind because it plays into what kind of character I'm playing anyway. So it's interesting that that's the experience I had trying to figure this out. And so yeah, I like Tennille, having props and stuff. I have some other things that I'm expecting to put together to help me get into character for the next time we play too. But I'll let that be a surprise, because then if I don't do it, I can pretend that I planned something different the whole time.
Wonderful.
How you manage
wonderful.
ADHD. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say like there because there's also overlap, it's probably like 50% me, 50% Billy Crystal as Calcifer from Howl's Moving Castle. So there's some overlap there, and yeah, so I'm hoping to channel that.
Nice.
See if I do an accent or not.
Okay.
My heritage, like Billy Crystal.
All right, cool. So I will kind of give you guys a little bit of like background info on the game, and then we will go ahead and introduce our characters, and we will just go ahead and tell you like our character's name, their pronouns, the playbook, the look, and the details. So the setting that we're doing it's basically magic punk is what the author calls it, which is pretty much like steampunk. Instead of using steam, they use magic. So hopefully that gives you kind of an idea. So there's a country. Yeah. So there's a country called Inzalian. It's sophisticated, it's modern, it's got airship travel. And in this country, you must be, like, if you do magic, you must be licensed. You must graduate from a wizard's college to practice the magic. And there's a rightful governing force. Everyone who's grown up in Inzalian kind of like has this, there's this culture of we must aid the expansion so others can benefit, that sort of thing. And then there's Dorgan. There's the Republic of Dorgan. It's small, it's rural, it's agrarian. Did I say that right? Yay! Yes,
yeah.
Score one for me today. There's not a lot of magic there, and magic is actually stigmatized. There's like this fear of magic, and if they see someone who has magic, they're afraid that they might be an Azalian spy. And then you have the wilds, and in the wilds there's beauty, there's wondrous magic, there's danger, there's terrifying monsters, feral wizards, demons. It's uncharted, and there's unpredictable hazards, and there's a looming war. So we actually have a little bit more details on what that world creation is. I don't know that we need to really go into it as much. What do you guys think?
I think we can do it like as we hit situations.
Okay,
Make sure that we give people a good visual with where we are.
right. Sounds good. All right. So before we go into our ritual, we're going to actually introduce our character. So I am playing Shard. Shard's pronouns are ambiguous. So she, he, ze, they, me, none. Shard doesn't care. Playbook is wizard, and Shard's look is sharp eyes, fat body, flamboyant. And I'll go into the details. So my details, I have the mark of a demonic pact, and it's a bright purple, red, green, and blue feather mark on the back of my bald head. And it grows into a trail of feathers, magical colors from the top of my head down to the back of my head and all the way down to the middle of my back. So the mark has me looking somewhat like a peacock, and the magic puts me into a trance. But I won't go too far into all of that details, but that will come in as we play.
Cool.
So I'm playing. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm playing Silex. So it's spelled Silex, but Silex. They are the demon with the demon playbook, and my pronouns are beyond mortal ken or beyond mortal knowledge or understanding, but preferably use one. But we'll also accept Z, Zir, and them. So like one would do this. Like anything that makes me seem like really awesome and pretty much all knowing, I approve of. I have glowing eyes, an earth body, think rocks that are shifting over each other and can like change shape, and a gritty voice. In addition to being unable to leave the home, I cannot take my true form. I'm confined to a form that can fit within the traveling home that we're in. This is stifling for me, as I was once able to create and flatten mountains, hide in caves, roll over cliffs, and cleave the ground. I cannot shake the earth as I once did, otherwise it would destroy the home, and that is expressly forbidden by the pact that I have with the wizard.
Some tough circumstances there.
Mm-hmm. Rough. It's rough.
Proceed.
That's rough. All right, Jennifer, who are you playing?
I am playing Gwen, pronouns she, they. Gwen is from the Child's Playbook. Her look is she maybe not a girl, with curious eyes and a soft body. She wears, the usual fashions, but in bold colors. Gwen is 8 years old, about to turn 9, and the wizard's been teaching her magic as long as she can remember. She has a natural affinity for visions, and having already seen things, which the wizard calls divination magic, but I am hopeless at deception or illusion magic.
Nice. Curious what you'll get up to. And I'm going to be playing Flint, whose pronouns are they, them. Flint is gender fluid, has tired eyes, weird non-humanoid body made of flames that is ever changing, and there's like a crackle in the back of my voice that I will not be able to produce, but just pretend it's there. And in my old life, before I was this ambiguous, flaming, cursed creature that I am, my old life felt perfectly settled. I was part of an extremely successful merchant family known for our wisecracks and surprisingly honest sweet talk. We knew that making people feel good and comfortable was great for sales. And we were actually genuine about it. So very different from a lot of others. But I also was loved and cared for by my family and the community. And when I was cursed, I lost contact with all of that and fled to the wilds to try to protect them from myself, being a giant amorphous fire. Can imagine how that might be dangerous. And the cursed will weaken to show others my true form when I show others kindness at great sacrifice to myself, or when others make great sacrifices that move me in showing their kindness. And
Okay.
yeah.
Great. Awesome. All right. And so now we'll review the safety tools. So in this book, in the game Our Traveling Home, they have three main safety tools. One is let's not. And whoever says let's not, the response is always thank you. So one of the examples that they gave in the book was someone says their character kicks a dog, and the other person goes, let's not. And the person says, thank you for that. The character says, hey, if you do this, your dog's going to the pound. And they're like, thank you. Like that's better. So that's I actually really like that example, which is why I brought it up. Then the next one is let's discuss. So you can establish a concern, explain what would and would not be okay, specify needs. And then there's also let's check in. Why they want to, how they are feeling, and if there are needs. So these are safety tools that I've never used before, but I'm super excited to see how they work. And we're also adding script change. And some of the script change details that we can use would be rewind, pause, fast forward. You can also, there are also other ones too, but those are the main ones that came to my head. I know that Jennifer likes to use the script change a little bit more. Yeah, so, but script change really is just another tool for providing that safety. All right, and so now we will go into the ritual. So I'll go ahead and go first. Hello, I'm Tennille.
Hi, Tennille.
Hi, Tennille.
Hey, Tennille.
And I play Shard.
Hey,
Hello,
Shard.
Hey, Shard.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Hallie.
Hi,
Hallie.
Hallie.
Hi, and I am playing Celex.
Hello, Celex.
Hey, Celex.
Hey, Celex.
I am Jennifer. Hello.
Hello,
Hello,
And I am-
Jennifer.
Hi. And I am playing Gwen.
Hello, Gwen.
Hey, Gwen.
Gwenny.
Hello, I'm Nina,
Hi, Nina.
Hey,
Hi,
Nina.
Nina.
and I'm playing as Flint.
Hey, Flint.
Hey, Flynn.
Hello, Flint.
How you doing?
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I'm gonna go that direction. I'm just
Okay.
testing it out.
Awesome. Cool,
Oh,
cool.
wait, we need to do our relationship questions.
Yes, so that's what we're going to do.
Oh, okay.
Now that we've done our ritual, we're going into relationship questions. Hallie's keeping me on track.
So confused.
All right, so my relationship question. So I discussed with the demon. How did I enter the pact with the demon, and why? So, and we kind of already discussed this.
Yeah, which is
So-
probably good.
Right. So the reason that I entered a pact with the demon is because there were some issues in Azalea, where I came from, with another wizard, a magus, as it were, and I needed to get out of town as soon as possible. So I'm a very learned individual, and I heard about a demon creature that can move rock and earth itself, and can move in various ways. And I thought this will be a fantastic way to keep me safe. And so when I found out about this, I basically followed the clues and found my way to this demon and asked to, basically create a pact with them so that I can keep myself safe. Yeah, I mean, that's my thoughts on that.
Can I add a little bit more?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is from what we were texting. So like, since my character, I chose the earth look, and they're definitely made of rock. Something that we defined about the environment is that there's like rolling hills that connect to like villages and stuff, but then there's like a forest that gets progressively thicker and thicker for the wilds, and eventually leads into really large unpassable mountains. And so the demon has the ability to help their traveling home either burrow through mountains, climb over them, and traverse them safely as well.
Yes.
That sound about right?
Yeah, that sounds
Okay.
perfect. So what does the demon get out of this pact?
Well, one of my relationship questions is you'd never admit it, but when the wizard found you, you were weak and needed the pact to survive. And there's my dog. How did making the pact save your life? So I obviously will never admit it because I am a demon that has no flaws and is amazing. But I think that I used like some of my last bit of power right before the wizard found me to probably protect myself. And then when Shard found me, I probably put on a good show of being powerful, but demons never really die, but I would have had to go into a deep sleep to recover for a very long time, or what you mortals would call a deep sleep. For me, it's a little different. Yeah, so the pact actually like bound me to Shard's life as well, I think.
Do you think that there's a certain amount of energy that you get from Shard having this pact, from this connection that we have? Is that something that maybe you get too?
Yeah, I mean, in a lot of lore, wizards, like when they have enough power, can live forever or live very, very long lives. And so I'm kind of thinking that Steelix, while they would never say that they like this situation, it is sustaining them.
Yeah.
And it makes things interesting, I suppose.
Well, it's advantageous for both of us. Yes. What are the terms of the pact?
Oh, I know one thing is that I can't do anything that would harm us or our home. And like, and and it's my job to help move our home through the mountains and keep us all safe. But I'm wondering, what do you provide to me besides like that bit of life force? What do you think?
I'm wondering if maybe I provide you with a certain level of companionship that you didn't expect.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I imagine you probably were pretty like off by yourself. And also I bring the family, you know.
Did you like
The
sign over your
child.
life to me when you're done with it?
I mean, I think, yeah, a big part is the energy. You know, and we're looking for safety, and we hope that, you know, we will find it. And once we find it, that could mean the end of the pact, right? Yeah.
Once we find a safe place, I don't have to stay with you anymore.
Right. Yeah. And that answers the question of what will it take to end it, and why is ending the pact currently out of reach? So it's currently out of reach because of the enemy, because the enemy is still coming after me. And yeah.
Yeah. For others, the enemy is Garen, the Supreme Magus.
Supreme Magus. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And then my second question: what do you find beautiful about the cursed? And then ask the cursed, what do they find beautiful about you? So for me, I really like the cursed crackling voice. Yeah, I don't think Shard's ever heard a voice like that. That's quite beautiful. And also the changing flames are also quite beautiful as well.
Writing some notes.
So that's brings it to me. Or no, do you need to ask the cursed a question?
Yeah, so the cursed, what do you find beautiful about Shard?
Oh, for the curse. That I was like, oh, that's me. I think that like you mentioned, am I remembering correctly that the feathers on your head have a glow to them?
Yeah, like yeah, I have a bald head, and I've got like my mark of the demon pact are basically like these colors that glow and become a lot more elaborate and flamboyant when I use magic.
So perhaps I enjoy seeing your flamboyancy.
Nice. I like it.
Flame. But also that in a non aesthetic or physical way, I think you provided me with this sort of, with as much as I might complain about it at times, this sort of safe space to be who I am now and kind of figure that out.
Nice. I like it. Awesome.
Cool.
All right, and now it's Celix's turn.
So the first question I had was, how did making the pact save my life? So yeah, I think that I was very close to having to take a long slumber, which if I was attacked during that time or someone called upon me during that time, it could have been the end of me. And so that's just to summarize that. And then the next question is, how do I feel about the wizard? And then I have to ask the wizard how they feel about me. How do I feel about Shard? Celix feels that Shard, like, there's no need to be like what the curse likes, the flamboyance. Maybe Shard is like, that's so much. Like, give me a nice rock and I'm golden. I'm gonna find so many puns with this. Like,
We're gonna
think
do
that-
lots of rock puns.
Yeah, rocks and
We won't take it for granted.
you.
I was gonna make a
Okay.
different.
I'm making a
granite
pun
pun.
points
Ugh.
section again. So I
Ugh.
know that that's like 2 for Tennille. Nina had a couple earlier about flames, I think.
Yeah,
I put
flames
one.
and flamboyancy. Yeah, I was gonna say, do you think that people who are flamboyant take it for granted? But
So yeah, I think Celix thinks Shard is like, it's just so much easier to be a rock. I don't understand what you humans are like do. I just don't get it. I just don't understand the wizard, I think is what it is. I'm slightly grateful, but also super annoyed that I'm stuck in this home. And but I'm thinking that every once in a while I can kind of manipulate the wizard, and that makes me feel a little bit better, probably. And the wizard probably knows I'm doing it. But yeah, I'm confused, annoyed, and in some ways grateful. So, Shard, how do you feel about me?
I think Shard definitely was in awe of you when Shard first saw you, because you're unlike anything that Shard has ever seen before. Shard only knew of you in books. And to see that like you're something real, even though it's been some time since since this pact was formed, I think that Shard's, there's still some of that honest there. Just all the things that you can do, just like in awe, and grateful, definitely. And I think that there occasionally is some worry, because despite everything that Shard has read, I don't think you fit everything that's in the books. There's some things that Shard was like, wow, that was not in the book. I did not expect that. And so there's a part of Shard that wonders, like, okay, so far this pact is going well, like it's a good thing for both of us, but could Celix completely crush me to death?
how vulnerable are you leaving yourself?
Right, yes. How vulnerable am I leaving? I mean, is this something where it could go like really, really wrong, that my greed could just envelop me in some way? So there's definitely worry about that in the back of Shard's head. And I think sometimes it's far in the distance, and other times, especially when Celix kind of shows off their power a little bit more, it's a little bit more in the forefront.
Yeah, maybe that's like the pact. Like, okay, yeah, I am bound to your castle, but I also have complete control over your castle. And think we're gonna travel my way. And maybe I'm a brat sometimes about how I handle problems.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you. That was good. You helped round things out.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, now it is the
Like a rock
child's
tumbler.
turn.
Sorry. Good. Go, Gwen.
All right, so the child basically lost their family when they were very young and have been taken in and apprenticed by the wizard. And I don't have a lot of control over my situation being a child. So starting out like with my relationships, the first thing they want to know is what happened to your family and how did the wizard end up taking you in? How do you feel about the wizard? And then ask the wizard how they feel about you. So, one second, bring the bill up. So, what happened to your family and how did the wizard take me in? It happened when I was really, really little, and I don't exactly know what happened to my family. All I know is that they're gone and they can't come back. Some people, like in the settlements that we visit, sometimes people there say that my family left me. Other people say that my family's dead. And the only thing that I can remember about like meeting the wizard is mostly what the wizards told me. They found me crawling alone in an empty camp, but like I do remember like playing around in the dirt and the wizard Shard picking me up. How do I feel about Shard? Well, Shard takes care of me, and I really want to, make Shard happy and please Shard. But sometimes I do get lonely and sad when Shard doesn't pay attention to me, doing studying and other, like, I guess, adult wizard things. And sometimes I wonder how much Shard actually knows about my people and where I come from. So, Shard, how do you feel about?
Shard is confident in your potential. That's for sure. I think Shard had there was something about you that gave Shard this curiosity that maybe you would be good with magic. And then you would start telling them about visions and dreams. And Shard was like, oh yeah, you do know some magic. And so started to do everything they could to give you this information. Shard definitely has parental feelings towards you, for sure. It feels like you're their adopted child. And there's definitely a genuine affection there. And there's also this sense of you're going to grow up absolutely amazing and you're going to have powerful magic. And that's going to be awesome. And also it's very different than Shard, so it doesn't intimidate Shard at all.
Yeah, not a mini-me situation.
It's not a mini-me at all, so which is also really good for Shard. Although Shard would never admit, I'm so glad Gwen can't do illusionary magic.
Illusion of a clean room.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that would be a catastrophe.
Totally took the dirt outside.
Piles of dirt everywhere. What?
Like, stop. Like, it's my dirt. Don't worry about it. All the dirt that comes inside becomes part of me.
Right.
You worry about your dirt. I'll worry about mine.
All right. So the second question.
What is your relationship with the demon like? And how does the demon feel about you? So I think that I'm really intrigued by Silex. They are the earth and we travel on them, but they live inside the castle. But isn't the castle made of them? And sometimes I like just sit and stare off, like almost like an existential crisis, but it's not. It's like a lot of ooh moments on the face. I probably ask a lot of annoying questions of Silex. Like, so if you're the earth and I'm here, if I went around the world, would you know where I was?
Felix probably gives a lot of very vague answers that you could never possibly understand.
Ooh, more mysterious.
Mhm.
Okay.
Was that your full answer?
I'm trying to think, like, I guess relationship would be I view you as another adult, whatever adult is, but it's like to a child, it's like you're a grown-up person. And so that gives you some air of authority, but also you're a cool adult because you're made of the earth.
I am cool.
Mhm. Maybe like
Cool
cool uncle aunt vibes.
Uncle.
Uncle.
Uncle,
And what was the part that I had to answer?
how do you feel about Gwen?
How does a mountain think about the goats climbing it? Like,
Wow.
because Celex is quite bored most of the time, I think that Gwen provides interesting diversions. But sometimes Gwen asks too many questions. And also, I don't understand your obsession with like rocks and piles of dirt. I'm like, right here. But I think overall, it's as far as Celex is able to have affections for another being, probably has that towards you.
Cool.
But like, you're like a blip in my life. Just a blip. All of you are blips. That's it. Yeah,
Thank you for helping us to feel so special.
no problem. I mean, you should feel special. Like, you are in my presence. You're welcome.
A question about the game. Do you want me to go into the third question, even though the monster is not playing with us?
No, the third question doesn't apply.
Okay, just checking.
I'm wondering if you could do it with the cursed, but I don't want to mess anything up. So
I'm let's see.
I think the cursed actually has a question for you.
Okay.
Yes.
So
I
let's
can
not
incorporate
worry about that.
this as backstory that is possibly
Yeah.
revealed later. I don't know.
Yeah, let's not worry about it. All right, on to the cursed.
All right. So how did I find my way to the wizard, and why did I decide to stay? So I think after I left the town, partially on fire, and was going up the hillsides, and thus like setting the hillsides on fire, and just like not knowing where to go, and thinking, like I hear the forest is magical. Yes, I know it's flammable, but also magic maybe. So going off into the woods, and just like burning a path of destruction, and along comes this giant bouldering house, which is not something I can destroy. And I think that Shard would come along with your magic, and whether you just like guided me into the castle, or sort of like, I don't know, even like I forget if you have like a staff or something that you basically might be able to like contain me with, and carry me, and then I kind of get to be like a little torchlight for you, and then placed me in the hearth where I was safe from other things, and also not able to create this continuous trail of destruction.
Yeah.
Um,
I can imagine, like, we're in like this floating castle, and like there's like this path of destruction, and I see it. I'm like, hey,
yeah, and like, hey, we didn't make that one. Felix didn't make that path.
yeah. Interested in a new path?
Mhm.
Sure, join us. Awesome.
So, that's why I decided to stay. And my next question is, do you trust the demon? And I will say very cautiously so. Like, I appreciate that in this moving castle of yours, that I feel more free than out in the world, but I really want to know, like, what's your deal? Because I've never seen anything like you. And like, basically, are you like, would cautiously be interested in your friendship, but I'm also just not sure, because maybe you could just smother me if you wanted to. And then I need to ask you, as the demon, Felix, how did you know that you could trust me, and I guess possibly let me into your house?
I don't know. I've met people like you before. Maybe not like you, but like some of my brothers and sisters, if you'd call them that, are a bit similar, though much bigger. Much bigger. um, sorry. Felix is a dick.
Flint is
I
like
love- I
a
love that.
little flame.
Because you are
I love-
just so puny. You're like a baby.
you're like, oh, it's so cute.
Let's keep it.
But like, I think if anything, so the question was like, how do I know that I can trust you? Is that the
Mhm.
question?
Yeah.
First of all, you can't do anything to me, so whatever. But secondly, out of anyone in this place, you would understand some of my difficulties more than others, because path of destruction, inability to change like your own nature, it can be confining. Some people are scared, which is good, they should be. And yeah, like I think that a kindred spirit or kindling spirit. Sorry.
Kindling spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit like that. I could see friendship, but I don't really know what friends are, so yeah, you're cute. You're tiny.
Yeah, I feel like I need to find a way to add the image in our chart to next to when we stream, because it's Calcifer when they're cleaning it out,
Aw.
and he's hanging on to a little piece of wood, and he's like, I'm gonna die.
I would say that I think I see a lot of potential in Flint. And like, while it might be considered a curse, what you're going through, I also am like, you've got great power, you just haven't figured out how to use it yet. And maybe it's more of a blessing. I'll be there to protect everyone else from you if need be.
Thank you.
No problem.
So it's almost like you want to mentor me.
It almost seems like
Almost.
like they think you rock.
But really, they're the ones that rock.
They're the ones that rock.
Okay, how many times is that?
So, and then what makes me feel protective of the child? I think because I think that because I have the potential now in this new body, after being cursed, to be so destructive, that just being aware of the amount of destruction that I can create, that I have concern for protecting the child from other things like me, but also possibly protecting the child from their own actions, from her own actions. Yeah. And then child, what made you feel you could trust me immediately?
Wow.
You feel warm.
Huge ball of flame. I can trust you.
You feel
Right away.
warm, and like the warmness in the house and the warmness of the fire in camp.
Oh, yeah, and maybe the house was a lot colder and more drafty before I joined your little crew.
Mm-hmm. We could even say that there were a few fireplaces, but when you joined, Celix had things change where there was a fireplace in every room. And so that addition is actually because of Flint.
So you can be included.
Always have a place to be. Except be careful in my library. Okay. So those are all the relationships. So we're ready to get into gameplay. Yay! Yay! Finally. All right. So we start with Act 1. And then like in Act 1, there's like a list of games that we play. And then after we play all of the games, which is probably going to take a number of sessions, then there's the climax, and then there's Act 2, and then we have Act 2 climax, and then we have the ending. So we'll start with Act 1. So we get to actually choose. So there's a whole bunch of mini games, and we get to choose which games we play first. We have to play all of them, but we get to choose the order that we play. And they have a suggested order, but we can do it however we want to do it. So I will go ahead and list off the mini games. A stupid argument. So that is a game that anyone who wants to play. Basically, two characters have a stupid argument about something trivial, while at least one other person tries to de-escalate. And they recommend this as the first game, but we don't have to do it as the first game. Budding romance. This is just the wizard and the cursed. The wizard and the cursed realize their feelings for each other, but are too afraid to speak or act on them. The next game is Chore Day, where anyone can play. There are a lot of chores that need doing, and when magic is involved, some of them get pretty weird. They suggest that we play this game after we've played a few other games first. Then there's Goofing Off. Anyone can play this one. The family takes a break from something hard, stressful, or time-consuming. There's Home Improvement, which is actually everyone. The family works together to make an improvement to the home. There's Magical Adventure, where wizard, curse, and or child can be a part of the adventure. The wizard rescues some of the family from a magical threat outside the home. There's Midnight Confession, where demon and one other character can play. The demon and one other character have a talk where they are mutually vulnerable and supportive. Then there's the Special Family Meal, which everyone plays. Everyone comes together to cook and enjoy a special meal. And then the last one is Trip to the Market. Anyone but the demon can participate in this one. Shopping in the market to acquire supplies for the home, and probably negotiating about what to cross off the list when you come up a little short. And in this game, you might need 2 6-sided die. Of course, digital die work as well. And sometimes you use them in the game and sometimes you don't. So what mini game are you guys feeling today?
I almost feel like maybe since this is our first time playing, maybe we should go with the recommended order. But also, like, having just watched Howl's Moving Castle, it's basically like all the plot points, which is it's great. But it's very intriguing. It's really interesting to think about how much of an influence something can be to make a really fun game that we can then shift and change.
I think, yeah, a stupid argument I think would be great. I'm happy to be an arguer. I have a feeling my character does that. The only thing I would ask if we do that first, and if I'm in the first one, that I use the bathroom first.
Yeah, I was actually I was trying to like not be the one like, we can finally play. Let's take a break.
I'm gonna need it. Like, we know that Hallie needs at least 2 to 3 pee breaks per stream. Yes, I am fine with saying that on
Was that a pun?
It wasn't. It is now.
Apologies.
I think you get the point for that one. So I'm wondering, Miss Jessie or our background person, are we able to take a break?
Jessie is the deity that we all hold above all others in this world.
Mm-hmm. Yay, we can have a break.
So
all right,
right
we'll see
after
you
this.
after the break.
Are you so that doesn't look?
No, this is a new rock.
Is there really such a thing as a new rock?
That is besides
it's new
the
to
point.
me. It hasn't met my other rocks yet.
And Flint, or not Flint, you're Flint. Steelix is just like, I don't know. I think that it might resemble somebody in this room. And then like,
Was it your cousin or something?
kind of flexes their muscles and like sucks the rock into their body.
Hey,
You
that's
can't just
rock.
go around taking people's
that's
limbs, Gwen. You can't.
Ugh.
But that's Rock. I adopted Rock. Rock
Rock
has
is-
to meet the rest of Rock's family.
I am Rock's family. It is part of me.
So like,
It's
are
not-
all your rocks like sentient? And you're like a are you like a mushroom?
No, what? I am not going to lower myself to try to explain demonology and demon
Did
physiology.
that
to
rock give you consent to get all sucked up?
It is a part of my body. Gwen, you really need to be more careful before you just start gathering rocks. Like
Or to get
some of
like
them
the
are parts of-
little teary looking eyes. They're not crying yet, but they're getting very big.
you wouldn't want me to go into your room and just start taking your things, would you? Or your arms. Like if I just took your arm and tried to feed it a sandwich, that would probably be disrespectful.
But I just wanted to help the rock that was lonely outside and bring it in to eat the other rocks. Why are you so mean?
You need to learn. You can't just go around like taking people's limbs, and that's how you get into demon packs, okay? Look at Shard.
Oh, Shard is going to interrupt.
I don't run behind Shard.
Shard,
My arms and feed them a sandwich, and I just wanted to adopt the rock.
So Shard is going to interrupt it and says, like, how weird would that be if you actually could feed your body parts like different foods, and Shard does like this illusionary magic, and suddenly Gwen has these octopus limbs coming out, and they've got like little mouths on them, and Shard
Look up terror. Ah! And I, please.
and Shard removes them. See,
Please.
it's just magic. It's just magic. I was just having fun. It's just
I
fun.
don't see how that's any different from what you already do. Like you feed a body part. It looked the same to me as what you already look like.
All right, look here. Like see, like you're not gonna be able to rip off Gwen's arm and feed it a sandwich as much as Gwen was gonna be able to feed your little rock intimate part a sandwich. I mean, I don't know, you sucked it into your body. I assume it's an intimate part.
I mean, it's my body. It's pretty intimate.
Yeah.
Don't take my body parts, please.
Why were you leaving your body part around?
I am over here.
How old
Moving
are you?
our-
And you're putting
moving
this
our
on this kid?
castle. I move our castle all over the place. I protect you guys, and you just take my stuff. Not okay. I am getting a mark right now. Complaining about
Lex,
being taken advantage of. Like,
see, like they are a child. They are a child. They didn't know. They didn't know. Have some compassion.
how about we have some compassion for the person that's hauling your asses all over the fucking world?
And we greatly appreciate that.
Great.
We do. And Shard puts their arms around Gwen and gives Gwen a little hug and says, "You appreciate Celex, right? Isn't that right?"
When they don't yell at me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not yelling.
But I just
It's my normal voice.
wanted to adopt the Rock like I was adopted and give the Rock a good family with the other rocks.
Well, guess what? The Rock is adopted in the family. It's already a part of Celex. And Celex is your family. So it's already a part of your family.
I would say more like prisoner, but okay.
So at this point, I'm gonna like form some sort of limb-like looking part of myself, and I'm gonna pick up like the most solid piece of like basically like charcoal-like wood from my little fire under me, and I'm gonna be like, here you go, kid.
No, don't take that. It's like I'm pretty certain you can't touch that. I don't know
And
much
I'm-
about you soft things, but
And so I'm gonna like gently kind of like roll it off to the edge of the hearth towards Gwen.
I like go kind of like look at it. It's like,
If you pick it up, you can rub it on things and make pictures and write words and stuff.
ooh, it's like a crayon.
Yeah, but only black, which is awesome.
Only the black color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you,
But
Flint.
black is all the colors, so it's like a million colors all in one.
That's very true.
Ooh. Like you put all the colors in this one thing,
hmm
but it only makes one color.
It depends on how you think about it.
you coddle her too much, all of you. You wouldn't be this happy and go lucky if she took your stuff.
Well,
Just
maybe
saying.
not, but Celix,
It
how
was
old are you?
outside. If it was your stuff, it's supposed to be in your room. I have to put my stuff in my room all the time, even when I don't want to. So you have to too. You can't yell
that-
at me.
Is that something that you can admit to, Celix, that it was not in your room, where it could have been in your room?
I mean, how am I supposed to know where all of me is? I am everywhere.
well, I mean, you can suck it in your body, so.
Well, like if I can find it, and I can't find it if it's walking around getting sandwiches.
You should thank me for finding you.
You should thank me for not crushing your tiny little body. And
Celix, don't intimidate the child. Come on, don't be like that. Come on.
Tears, silence tears.
Yeah.
Down the face.
Don't be like that.
The kid's covered in snot and tears. You got your rock part back. What more do you want? What do you want out of this?
I would love some freedom and the ability to leave, but I can't do that. So sometimes I leave my stuff all around.
Okay, but that's not Gwen's fault, though.
Well, it's somebody's fault.
Shard. If
I'll take it on. I'll take that responsibility.
Sorry for making you cry, Gwen.
Okay, well, I thank you for apologizing to Gwen.
Don't do it again.
Oh, I will. Okay. I'll try and make sure I get rocks that don't look like you. I didn't think it looked like you, but I guess I'll have maybe only green rocks.
If you find bits of me, you could always bring them to me and see if they're mine or not.
That is a great compromise. I like that.
And if they're not, then you can bring them to me and I can heat them up and we can play a game like hot potato.
Hot rock.
I'm gonna have to make sure that Gwen wears those special gloves that protects their hands from the heat.
I'm not gonna scald them.
I know.
I've been practicing.
I know. You've been doing good. I appreciate it. All right. So I think we've completed that scene, right? We had a reconciliation. So in the aftermath, was any damage done to the home that needs to be repaired?
I think that Celix kind of does their version of a tantrum stomp off by cracking open the ground, disappearing, and then slamming it shut, and everything in the kitchen maybe shakes, but nothing. I would say nothing beyond maybe something like a glass vase might be damaged, but wanted to make their point known.
Ooh, if it's a glass vase, can I try to fix it?
Oh, you can try to fix it with your flames.
Yeah, we do like you and I do like a glass blowing thing.
Yeah, I would love that. Shard,
is it like the scene from Ghost, kind of?
Absolutely, yes.
Oh, why am I forgetting the song from the background?
Unchained Melody, I believe.
Yeah, Unchained Melody. It's like it just starts playing in the background. We're like.
The least you could do is wait till Gwen's out of the room, you guys. So how are we more considerate of each other's feelings in the future? I will try not to yell at the small human because apparently it makes them sad.
I will try to be better about the rocks I bring to my room for adoption and ask Celix first to make sure they're not already part of the family. The 8-year-old's trying to make that work.
Okay.
If they're already part of the family. Maybe I don't need to adopt them.
That is true, right?
Oh,
So we get to, if we did a mark, which I did, I complained about being taken advantage of.
Yeah, we want to write down what we learned.
Yeah.
And I would say that I did my mark, which is deflect someone's concern by caring for someone else.
say,
I was looking
think
to
I
see, but
hit,
I
oh,
don't.
go ahead, Flint.
Oh, I don't think I hit any of my marks. I was trying to see if there was a way, but I don't think it fit in that scene.
I say of my marks, I think I hit complain about having to contribute to household labor. If Felix doesn't have to clean up themselves, why do I have to clean up my room?
Oh, wait, I just realized, I think I was looking at my Act 2 marks and not my Act 1 mark.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I was also gonna say.
Never mind, I didn't use a mark.
Oh,
Yeah, it's okay.
next time. I do want to say that in I know it was for the arguers only, and since I kind of was half and felt like I was half and half, I will be more considerate of making Celix feel heard in the future,
Cool.
while also making them accept the responsibilities for probably being like billions of years old.
So
versus
did
an
I
8-year-old child?
So did either of you learn something? Oh, it looks like Celix learned something.
I just want to make sure I'm getting the I learned. Does it have to be in relation to the mark that we hit? Or can it be anything from the scene?
I think it can be anything from the scene.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what I did. I put that I learned that humans have fragile feelings and don't understand how demon bodies work. I don't understand them very well either, so I guess I shouldn't be accusatory. Yes, I'm full of it.
I guess I learned that not all rocks need homes because sometimes they already have a home, and that I still have to clean my room.
Okay.
And that charcoal stuff, or actually, I don't know if you call it charcoal, but like Flint makes neat coloring,
Yeah,
drawing
it would
stuff
be
that's
charcoal.
all the colors, but only looks like one color.
Yeah, it would be considered charcoal.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I know. Jennifer
that
knows
you
that's
wouldn't
charcoal,
know
but I
it
don't
was
know
called
if
charcoal.
Gwen
Oh, okay,
knows that's
gotcha.
charcoal.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. Okay. Awesome. Do you think we have time for another game?
I do, but
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys.
I'm cool, and I'm cool with going over a little since we did get a later start, especially because we did have a bio break, so I'm good.
All right. So
How
what
does
should
fire pee? Sorry, I'm
I don't
very
know.
carefully.
One of the benefits is you don't need to, maybe. I don't know.
Like
Maybe you don't
smoke.
need to.
Anyway.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So what should be our next game?
Sorry, every living creature has to have an in and an out.
Right. I mean, if we went in order, the next one would be budding romance.
Okay.
But we could look at, we could do something else. We could do chore day or goofing off before we get into that, maybe. I don't know.
Let me take a quick look at the budding room, like what that entails.
Mhm. It's just you and I
Mm-hmm.
in that one.
I also wouldn't mind learning more about like the surrounding world. So
Mhm.
like trip to the market could be cool. I wouldn't be involved in that, but
Mhm.
I almost like want to know more about where we are, or I guess magical adventure would work too. Um, but yeah,
I think that I think since this is the budding romance is more of like a heart to heart thing, that I think that our Unchained Melodies glass blowing moment was a good foreshadowing for us to play that like
Nice
later.
segue.
Yeah. Well, it could be a segue or it could be its own thing, and then we do something else to world build a little more, and then do the budding romance next time.
Oh,
Oh, either way it could work. So I'm cool with doing it now, and I'm cool with waiting. But I don't know,
awesome.
Shard. I didn't know if you as Shard were ready to get into some of these like
I kind of want more gameplay with all of
Okay.
us.
Yeah.
Just so that I can feel out the character interactions a little more.
Yeah, that's I was leaning a little bit more that way.
Oh, okay, cool.
We
So
could always do chore day because that includes everyone. And I
Yes.
did complain about having
Chores.
to clean up my
oh wait,
stuff.
did we want to do chore, or like Hallie said
Trip to the
or
market.
Felix said
Oh,
trip
that
to the
also
market?
works.
Let's see. So
Well, it
Chore
says
day.
this game with Chore Day, it says the game's best after a few other games have been played. We've only played one.
Gotcha.
So we probably want to do a couple more games
Okay.
before we do that one.
Yeah, so maybe trip to the market is good.
Yeah, let's do a trip to the market.
Okay.
Awesome.
I don't. Oh, sorry.
Anyone but the demon.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get more pizza shortly.
Okay. Enjoy your pizza.
But if you want, I
keep
can
your
help.
camera on.
Yeah, I could, but I could help read the stuff if you guys want.
Oh yeah. Well, you can support facilitation, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So for trip to the market, many of your needs can be met through magic or gathered from the wilds, but there are some things that you can't get without making a trip into town. Thankfully, you have a dedicated portal to the market district for that purpose. This game is for the child and anyone else who wishes to participate, except for the demon. Sorry, you can't leave the home. If the curse or the monster are going out, describe how you will disguise yourselves as someone non-magical. And then you have to make a list. So creating a list, you're going to take 2d6 and roll them 3 times to create a shopping list of 3 items. Who wants to roll?
I want to roll. I got my dice right here.
Go for it. Go.
Okay.
What do we need?
First one is a 9.
Household goods and other non-magical, non-food items is the first one, like clothes, plates, silverware, baskets, or umbrellas.
Let's go picnic basket.
I'm just pasting it into our little chat. So you need a picnic
A
basket.
Picnic basket.
Yes.
Next one.
Next one is a 10.
Magical reagents and rarefied ingredients for spell casting, like silver ink, enchanted dust, potion bottles, crystals, or magical herbs, etc.
I'll let Gwen pick. Do you think what magical item do we need?
Maybe some magical herbs that we could use for me doing divination stuff.
Okay, nice.
Okay.
And the next one. A 7.
Food and basic ingredients like meat, fish, bread, eggs, fruit, veggies, sugar, or salt, etc.
What kind of food does Flint like to eat?
Firewood. Nom, nom, nom. And
Nom, nom.
apparently eggshells, if Howard Castle's to be believed.
So firewood and
okay.
eggs.
Yeah, so we need to get some eggs.
I think
Um,
anything that can be consumed by a fire, and if it, although sometimes you have to be careful because things that are especially flammable can be a little spicy, and I can get a little bit of a heartburn.
oh.
Mhm.
And
Pun
then
point?
ooh, plot point. Yes.
So
So
pun point.
point. Word.
Point.
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 So and how are you, the cursed? How are you gonna disguise yourself as something as someone or something non-magical?
Well, I can't be not fire, so I need one of you to carry me in something that would normally hold fire and not seem
Well, Shard has illusionary magic, so Shard can make you look like anything and put like a protective shield so that you're unlikely to burn other things.
oh.
So whatever you want to look like, Shard can make it happen.
I think that
Or I
Oh,
could
yeah.
carry you in a lantern, Flint.
maybe so that it's disguised, it is kind of like a lantern, but like it's like a bird cage, so that I can
Mm.
basically just like I'm just like sitting on the little swing for the bird, and I'm just gonna, but I have some like little magical
Oh my
like
goodness, are you a
gloves.
phoenix? Did I make you into a phoenix?
But I have to be non-magical for this, so I'm just a
That's
very
true. Yeah.
bright yellow red bird of some sort.
Okay. All
But
right.
maybe you can help me become a phoenix. Maybe that's a cool thing to keep in your pocket,
Yeah, be cool.
to keep in your wizarding robes.
Yes. All right. So at each stop, we roll a 2d6 to determine how successful we are in finding what we are after. So yeah, so we head into the wilds with our shopping list, and we make ourselves we head like into one of the towns and make our way to like a market square to get what we need. Who would like to roll for the first thing on our list?
Unfortunately, I don't have my dice right next to me.
Oh, okay.
But if someone else does.
Momento.
Yeah.
Mine are in the bag.
In the bag. Oh, and
Okay.
so like while we're going in a market, you know how they have like little pellets for barbecues and stuff. So
Oh yeah,
I
like the
have
quick
those.
light.
Yeah, I have those in like a little bird dish, and I'm just like munching on them and like
Snap.
extending my flame arm out and like.
I finally get to use my Mardi Gras dice.
Ooh.
Raw dice. Oh, cool.
Yup.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Let's see how you do.
Total,
How do
a
you
total
do?
of 6, a 5 and a 1.
Okay, that is a failure.
Oh no.
Oh man.
So that means they're out of stock of what we wanted, but they have something close enough to make a poor substitute.
So they're out of the picnic baskets.
They're out of picnic baskets.
Ooh,
Ah.
maybe they have a bucket.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh.
we could
Well,
use
And
a
you can do
bucket.
so much more with a bucket. You can put dirt in it. You can put water in it.
And then Shard
You
says,
could put
"Yeah,
fire in it.
yeah. Well, Yeah, I guess that's true. It seems not as romantic, but yeah, I guess that's true.
You could put ice and
Wait.
fancy bottles in it. I've seen you do that before, but I don't get it.
There's a fancier bucket up there. Up there.
Oh, okay.
See, it's got little like ornamental stuff on it on the edge and the handle.
Yeah, I see. I
I
guess
like that one a lot.
I
Could
guess
put
I'll
fish in it.
have to get some crates to stand up on in order to get to it instead of using my magic. Oh. And Shard just creates like a little some crates and walks their way up to get the interesting bucket. All right, let's see if
Romantic bucket that
Yes.
Flint really liked.
okay, well that's great. All right, now we need to get some of those magical herbs. Let's go over to that magic shop over there. Let's see. How about I roll this time? Ooh, I didn't roll very well.
Oh no, you all got put your dice in dice jail.
Yep.
Do I need to go get my dice?
I got a 4.
Failure.
So
Oh.
yeah, they don't have the herbs that we're looking for. Oh my gosh. Oh man.
Well, this is your business, so I'm gonna let you take care of it, and I'm gonna and out of character, I'm gonna go get my dice because this is
Okay.
change your luck.
Okay, we need to change our luck.
Come on, underneath.
Okay, well, unfortunately, they don't have the exact herbs that we need, but they do have these other types of herbs,
Oregano.
oregano and tarragon. Yeah. I mean, we can work with it. It's more difficult, but we can do our best with it. Yeah. I'm sorry, Gwenny. We'll have to try again another time.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right, and then our next stop, let's see oh yes, we need to get some firewood and some eggs. Hopefully the chickens are doing well and preparing it well.
Where do like
Do
I
you not know where
the
eggs come
eggs?
from?
You told me that the eggs come from the chickens.
Yes.
How do you get them from the chickens?
So they usually leave them in a nest.
But
They lay them.
where, like, how does the chicken get the egg to put it in the nest?
It comes from inside them.
Like the rock.
They kind of
Like-
poop it out. They only have one hole.
No. Don't tell the kid that we're eating bird poop. It's not right. I mean, I don't know if the other direction and explaining it is any better, but maybe. All right. What'd you all decide over at the herb market?
Yeah, we got oregano and tarragon because they didn't have them. didn't have the
Maybe they'll
spices that
go
we need
nice
to
with
put.
the eggs.
Yeah, maybe they will. So now we're looking for some eggs and firewood.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if I roll.
See how it goes. Gonna roll higher than a 7.
Oh, I got 6.
Oh no! I probably shouldn't have said that.
Look at
All
me. I'm all
right.
inflamed.
So-
I already said it. I already used that word. this time.
Incensed.
Incensed.
I'm incensed.
I'm incensed.
So they don't have firewood, they don't have eggs, but they have something close enough to make a poor substitute. So we get to decide whether we're gonna buy it or do without. So,
Oh,
maybe they have pheasant eggs.
Yeah, or
Which
like
are-
quail or like
Oh,
quail
quail
eggs.
Like
eggs.
tiny
Quail
quail
eggs,
eggs.
which
They're
are like
like
a lot smaller.
super, super tiny.
And more
Super tiny.
expensive.
Yes.
And
And
the-
what would
let's
be
see,
for firewood? I don't know.
what would be a good substitute for firewood?
Like furniture.
Wet wood.
Yeah, I was like, maybe they have a bunch of like broken furniture.
They've
or
got
old
some
books.
broken furniture. Oh yeah, broken furniture. Yeah, I like that.
Mhm. Which is
Um,
also much harder to carry. So
yeah. Well, that's okay. Shard has abilities.
mhm. I don't know
Um,
if I mean I'll eat those eggs, but I don't know about you guys. Seems like a lot for a little.
They are very
yeah.
small.
I think I'm
Like-
just gonna have to cut. We're gonna have to come another time or something. They're expensive and they're small, so like it doesn't seem like it's worth it. I'm sorry, Gwenny.
But also wait. What's that around like I don't know. Is either it looks like a painted rock, but if I'm reading the sign correct, it says dragon egg.
Ooh, what's that?
Dragon egg. Oh my goodness.
Hallie, do
I
you want to
haven't-
be
I
the
haven't-
shop owner talking?
I
Like,
can totally be. Ah, yes. Yes. This is a very rare dragon egg.
am I saying that?
And if you
Although
lay it-
I can't speak to you because then I'd be a talking bird, so I just repeat it like a parrot.
yes, your bird is correct and very intelligent. You have a good eye. Yes, if you place this in the hearth on a full moon overnight, the next day you will have yourself a little dragon that you'll have to take care of. And I am not to be held responsible for anything that may or may not happen to you, the dragon, or anyone else after it hatches.
What color is it?
It is like sparkly and blue and purple. Oh, the dragon or the egg? Because I mean,
The dragon.
like, see the colors of this egg? Same.
Those are pretty colors. How big is a little dragon?
Well, they start out like this, about the size of this egg, and then it gets real big. You could
How
also
big?
make a
How
meat
big is
omelet.
real big?
Bigger, like think of something really big, the biggest thing that you've ever seen. Bigger than that.
She's seen some pretty big things.
Yeah, just like whoosh.
we're in the wild.
Dragon is always bigger than you remember.
Interesting. Well,
Oh.
I am going to deflect responsibility for a situation I created and just go.
How long do they live?
I mean, you can tell me when you buy this egg. It also makes a mean omelet, but you know, that's kind of up to you.
I'm not gonna.
Shard, can we get the dragon egg?
You know what? I'm gonna put money in your hand and then I'm gonna walk away and I don't know anything about what happens.
And I think I'm gonna like the door to the cage is open, so I can kind of transform myself into an ember and float, so it's not very reliable, but it'll kind of look like I'm flying over, and I'm sure Shard can do just a little bit of magic to make sure I land on your shoulder. And I'll kind of whisper in your ear, I don't even think it's a real egg. I think they just painted a rock. And at
Where'd your
least it
bird
means
go?
that she can tell the difference between it and Celix.
How do you take care of it?
You feed it lots of food, usually
What
meat.
kind of food?
kind of really whatever it wants. And just like with a baby, you kind of have to figure out what that is. They're picky. Sometimes they want ram, sometimes they want shark. Sometimes they want floofle muffles.
They get really, they get really, really big. I don't
They're
think
so
it would
easy to
fit
take care
in the
of.
castle.
So they basically take care of themselves after like the first 10 days.
Wonder how much money this is. Like looking at the money, how much money did Shard actually give me?
That's exactly how much it costs right there.
The whole thing.
That
All of that.
that's amazing. That's exactly how much it costs.
Shard gave
Like
me
it was
50,
meant to
50
be.
$50.
It was like it was meant to be. Fate.
50 Chargogs.
But I do have someone coming in to check this egg out later, so you're gonna have to hurry up.
I am going to put $50 in my pocket. The $50.
You're lost.
And go look for, like, I think I would need 2 of these so I can have more dragons. I don't know how they make the eggs, but I know you have to have more than 1 to have baby eggs. So I need 2 of them. How, like, when will you have 2 of them?
They are very rare. I cannot tell you. I cannot tell you when. And also the flubbles are very protective of their eggs.
Mm.
Going once.
I'ma go and come back next time, and maybe you'll have 2.
Maybe, and maybe I'll have none. Have a good day.
Okay, walking. Like when we're far away enough, I'm going to just talk to my lovely pet bird. Flit, I think we should go get some more things for home. Where should we go?
So this is, we've actually finished like the game.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Mhm.
So we're returning home. So on your way back from the market, something happens that highlights the growing threat of war and escalates the danger facing the family. Consult the list according to the number of shopping successes that you achieved.
Oh no. How bad is this gonna be?
And have
all
the
failures.
demon describe what happens according to the prompts. Participating players then describe how they respond and make it safely back home.
So,
All shopping failures.
yep.
Yep.
You failed a lot. So as you are walking through the market, a little disheartened though, Gwen did get $50.
So all shopping, your enemy has posted one
Shopping failures for the
Something
adults
went
in
Where
the
are you
group.
guys? Hold your horses. Hold on. As you're about to leave, you see that there is a wanted poster of Shard, and it looks exactly like how Shard looks today. And someone is going to recognize you and detain you. Oh wait, no, it can't be the wizard. It can't be Shard. So it's going to be Gwen, I think. Yeah, because Flint is a little bit in a
Okay.
different.
So
Yeah,
I
so-
see,
Yeah, I'm a little bit hard
I
to-
see the wanted poster and I take out the charcoal. I'm like, I put a mustache
Well, you got.
and a monocle and a beard.
As you're doing that though, someone over your shoulder says, Miss, come with me. And it's a town guard, and you are detained, and the wizard is going to have to break you out dramatically. And so each of you get to describe how you respond and make it safely home.
Yes, the wizard is going to hide themselves, do illusionary magic to make them seem like they are the chief guard.
Can I quick timeout real quick?
Mhm.
Yes.
Can I say in this process I will have like jumped over the bird cage so Flint could get out and back to Shard.
Oh, so like I had as a little like spark had earlier gone on, so I was on Shard's shoulder as a bird because I know that even in my fire form I can't hurt Shard. So I think
So, yeah, so, like,
I
they-
probably would have alerted, like we would have been
Yes,
keeping
someone knows that I have been taken.
we would have
we're
been
together.
keeping like an eye, but you know when you
I have a pen point. The
Yeah.
Ember Alert system.
the Ember Alert.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh. The Ember Alert system.
So like,
Your magical child has been stolen.
so I would say,
Great pun point.
yeah, that is a good one.
That was a
So
really good one.
you guys see that Gwen is taken into custody, but you were like, you weren't far off. How does Gwen get into this kind of trouble all the time? So
Vandalism.
like
So
you
so like I said, Shard is going to use illusionary magic to make them look like the chief guard. Shard has been here before and knows what people look like, and so goes into there and goes, hey, I see you've detained this child. What's going on here? You didn't have authority for that.
and also because I imagine the chief guard would not have a bird on their shoulder. I will it'll be like cobblestone there, so I know I can I have to be very careful when I'm gonna hop off and just be ready to give somebody some hot feet if needed.
Nice.
I do have authority. Like they're wanted and I need to take them in.
I have authority over you.
It's not me. That is clearly an old guy with a monocle, and I'm a little girl, not an older guy.
Did you even look at that wanted poster? That
I
person has
saw-
a beard and a monocle, and look at this person. It doesn't
No
look the same.
monocles.
Can you
I
tell?
saw her draw it on there.
Hey Shard,
This is the charcoal.
I don't believe
Shard,
that. I don't
can you
believe
use
that.
your illusion magic to make the drawing that Gwen did turn into like a photorealistic thing?
Yeah,
on
I
the-
totally can.
I was just coloring it in because I like to color when I am lost. You should be helping me and not
Yes,
arresting
yes.
me.
Yeah. This is a helpless child. So I am going to make sure that they're in a safe place. So I remove any traps. I don't know if you put handcuffs on them.
Traps. Yeah. Handcuffs.
Just take the handcuffs off. Yeah, I'm gonna handle this. Don't worry about it. Don't talk to me about this ever. Okay? Thanks.
Who
Bye.
It's just left there. What just happened?
And just for fun, I'm gonna I'm gonna just kind of really hug one foot to make the distraction of because their foot's gonna feel like it's on fire and they're gonna
Yeah.
and then I'm
just,
gonna
just as we head out.
ember off and just kind of hope the wind's taking me close enough that Shard can kind of magically grab me.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Yay. So I got to do a mark, deflect responsibility for a situation you created.
Aha. So what did you learn?
Oh, that's a good one. What did I
So
learn?
aren't we still doing the aftermath?
Oh, we got to do the aftermath. Yeah. Would you like
Sure.
to facilitate that for us while I think about what I learned?
who's you, me?
Yes,
Yeah.
because you're helping to
running
facilitate.
back home. How is there anything where like you talk to me on the way home, or do you wait until we get back home?
I mean, as soon as we're out of earshot, Shard will drop the illusion and you'll see that it's Shard.
The
No,
No,
Howard-
kid, I appreciate your initiative there. Maybe we should try a few more drawing classes before you give that a shot again, and also, you know, maybe if you're gonna do something like that, have a lookout.
Gotcha. So, okay, so like people don't surprise me.
I know, yeah. You know how when we first met and you were sitting by the fire and you were really excited and warm, and then I started talking to you and I scared the crap out of you.
Yeah, I had like one of those moments with that guy that arrested me. I've been arrested.
You got a record now, kid.
Does that make me cool?
It does in my book.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
Um,
I'm gonna tell Steelix that I'm cool now because I got arrested because of what's the thing where you draw on the things that aren't your things?
Graffiti.
That.
All
But
right.
next time I'm gonna have a lookout so I don't get caught. So I don't go back to jail. 'Cause that was scary. He was really big and mean.
Okay.
it was-
How
No,
did you?
you answered like all the things, like unless someone else has something to think. It was like, how are you feeling? So scared and relieved is basically what you said. And what do you say to those who stay behind when you return? I'm cool because I was arrested. And what
How
precautions?
cool was I was arrested.
Have a lookout.
Because I
Oh.
graffitied.
Would you
Look
say
at
that
this. I
that
like
we
going to the poster on the way out. Steelix, look, they did this very horrible drawing of me, so I tried to make it better and look not like me, and then I got arrested because I graffitied. I'm cool.
Okay.
I don't want to go back to jail. It was hard.
I think Shard would also say we should be disguised every time we go out to the market.
That's a good. Hey, I was in disguise
That is true. You were, but we
as this
weren't.
guy, and then I turned back into the bird, but flamey because it's not Shard's magic. It's fine.
Yes.
Would you say that I kept everyone from panicking in a crisis
I
By
would
being
say
ready.
so.
to act
I would say
Sure.
so.
and helping Gwen like process?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm gonna mark off one of my beats then.
Awesome. So I learned that Gwen is creative and this can help in finding ways out of a tough spot.
I'm trying to figure, do you think I have brought alarming news from the outside world to the family with the wanted poster? That they are looking for us in this
But
manner now?
But if you think if you hit a mark but aren't sure, then you did. So there
I
you
think
go.
so.
Yep.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, bring alarming news from the outside because you caught the poster and we didn't. So you brought that to our attention in a very intense way.
Yep. Very intense way.
Not just take it down, show us, but just like try to
Yes.
exercise
fix
your
this.
creative energies
Right. Yes.
whilst not being very sneaky about it.
I'm only 8.
I was a very sneaky 8-year-old. Just ask my mother.
So Shard learned that Gwen is very creative and can help them get out of a tough situation. did Flint or Gwen identify what they learned?
Let's see. Oh, I got lost in the I was trying to refine my notes. Okay, there we
Oh,
go.
sorry.
No, that's all right. I I learned that I've learned about myself that I have gained a lot of control over my situation since I first met Shard, even though I don't feel comfortable yet. Which is part of why I'm always a little bit grouchy.
Mhm.
And Gwen, what did Gwen learn?
I am cool, but need to be sneaky because prison is scary. But my family is also cool because they saved me.
Aw. That's awesome. You got a cool family.
Mhm.
Nice.
I'm also an artist.
Yes. Yes. All
Very
right.
Self-centric 8-year-old.
Well, that
It's
tracks.
developmentally appropriate.
That tracks. It is. It is
You're,
developmentally appropriate.
Prodigy. Yeah, prodigy, kid.
Whatever
with me.
that is. It says I'm a prodigy.
Yes.
You're gonna be like Banksy, but bigger
I'm gonna have a bank.
in the sea.
Ooh,
gonna be, like, under the water.
Atlantis.
You're gonna take over the whole economic market for like fish and sharks.
Thank goodness we got the bucket. I'm gonna need that for my money and the fish.
What is Gwen gonna do with that? $50?
I don't know.
Yeah, like what is so $50 is enough money to buy you like an elusive dragon egg and or a painted stone. Will we
But
ever
one
know
is
now?
not enough because I need 2 so I can have more eggs later. That was a bad deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a great deal.
To find something in the future to use it for.
Okay, so should we wrap things up? What do you guys think? Yeah,
That sounds good.
We can wrap
Yeah.
up.
that sounds good. All right, so let's go into our checkout questions. All right, let's just do one at a time this time. What did you appreciate about your or someone else's play? I think I would like to say that I appreciated Jennifer's play. I feel like she's been very much in character with Gwen, and it's just definitely brought a lighthearted side to to our scenes. So that's been cool.
I thank my young goddaughters for that.
Oh, so me next, I guess.
Yep.
What I appreciate about your or someone else's play. I mean, you're all awesome, and I like that you're letting me play such a jerk. I mean, like it's like a funny jerk. But I'll say I'm surprised by Flint and like I liked the accent. And
It's terrible, but I'm glad
He's
you
from
like
New
it.
York.
It's like my
He's
former
a
roommate
fire
who's from
from
Long
New
Island
York.
is gonna be really sad if they ever see this.
yeah, and I well, like I like that we're adding some levity.
Mhm.
And you know me, I always like it when we have some laughs during our streams.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, Jennifer.
I definitely am appreciating how we're all playing off what we have created. It's been very collaborative. Like the things we came up in with world creation that we did off screen and also the characters that we created on the screen, that like we are incorporating things that others have created.
Yeah, I do like how we've each been like our own creativity, right, has like inspired something, and but then someone else, like Hallie, I forgot what you mentioned, and then I was just like, oh yeah, totally that. I may have to rewatch the stream, but yeah, I love that collaboration, and just like that it feels like in this game we've all been really good at finding what is that connection between our character and each other's characters. Like at the end of this gameplay, I really feel um like even though I'm not actually that old, that Celix and I have this like, like too old, like it reminds me of almost the Car Guys podcast where they just kind of give each other
Yes.
crap. But maybe like Celix isn't totally in on it the way that they were. But I love the playfulness between Flint and Gwen, and just the like that at first in that argument, like I played off the like thing we talked about earlier with the relationship stuff and wanting to be protective of you, and because I know how like I like Celix, but I know how like destructive and powerful one can be.
Good job.
Yeah. And then with Shard, I I think it's interesting because it is that sort of like strangers to romance kind of thing, and how do you figure out a romance between a fire and a magical person, like and like, so I really enjoyed how you embrace the uh oh my goodness, the ghost moment with the Unchained Melody was what I was trying to, the Unchained Melody moment. And I look forward to kind of remembering that next time we play, and getting to play off of that and the experience with Gwen at the market as this like almost like shared parent moment. I feel like I went ahead and answered my Rose and Thorn question with that, but like we're all like appreciating everybody, so I was like, I gotta appreciate everybody too. So yeah, so maybe we'll go back the other direction, and I'll just quickly add that the very specific like Rose that I've enjoyed about this particular game is the structure of the mini games, because I think it really helps give us an easier option for like, well, where do we go from here? It's not completely dependent on us, so we can be creative in other ways. And then the Thorn might be I don't know. Like I was having a really hard time trying to figure out how to get the story beat into the game, like the story beats I was given into the scenes that we had today. But then I kind of did, but I felt like I wanted to achieve that story beat in a different way. But I could always do it twice, I suppose. So Jen, what was your Rose and Thorn?
My Thorn and Rose is for this session the same thing of being an 8-year-old. So the Rose part is like, oh my gosh, it's so fun. I get to be so creative and like sans filter. But like adult Jennifer, who is in her late 30s, like, no, shut up. The other people are playing their characters. They need a turn. So it's like, be quiet, be quiet.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I didn't step on toes, but that was my thorn. Is like the thorn part is like, okay, like when, like I was saying, I get back into playing games by like the emotion and like just holding on to the emotions. Like, no, you can't just do that because then you steamroll over people and their thoughts and feelings and everything. So it's like, gotta rein back in the 8-year-old. Remember, you're playing a game.
So it's like once you release the 8-year-old, it's a lot of work to kind of maintain the 8-year-old that you're playing versus the decorum of sharing the game table.
Mm-hmm.
That does sound like a toughie.
I mean, I had that same
It's great. It's two
problem.
sides of the same coin.
Yeah. Like, I feel like I feel that every time, and it has nothing to do with being 8.
It's true. It's true.
For
A
me,
lot harder when I put myself in the mind of an 8-year-old.
absolutely.
What about you, Hallie? What's your rose?
My rose. I'm pleasantly surprised about Celix. I think I like them. I like that they're like pompous and kind of ridiculous at the same time. And because originally I wanted to play the monster, and so and then when we didn't have enough players, I took on the demon, which is like totally fine. And also like a lot of them you can kind of meld together. So I think being pleasantly surprised by the direction of my character and the fact that like it's almost like this game, it's a little bit scripted because you have these marks that you're supposed to meet and stuff, but at the same time there's a lot of rules and then not very many rules, so that's interesting. And then my thorn, I'm still wrapping my head around the game itself, I think, and just trying to figure it out. Like, I don't want to shoehorn some of these beats into the story too much. And my character can't leave the house. That is a thorn as well. But maybe we'll find out what happens later. But yeah, no. So it's yeah, I don't know if that was an answer. I think it was. How about you?
Yeah.
Neil Shard?
I would say my rose is just the interaction with all of you. Like, it's just been very delightful playing with all of you. I love the characters that all of you have created. In the game it says oddballs and misfits, and I really feel like we're a group of oddballs and misfits. I feel like we really like take on that, and I love that, so that's great. I think the thorn is really just like adjusting to the structure of the game a little bit, and also finding the marks was a little bit difficult for me, but I think the more that I play it, the more comfortable I'll be with that. Yeah,
I agree.
Awesome. So that is our checkout, and so
Now we got. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask. So, like, we usually do like some sort of queer related questions, and so I was hoping I could ask one. Because it is just the first one, but if you guys are up for it, I'm kind of wondering, like, what queer themes are you seeing so far, if any, and like, or what are you hoping to explore? Those could be the same question or they could be different ones. I don't know.
I would say that I feel like gender is definitely playing a huge role in the game, and that it seems like you have so many options regarding gender, and all of us have chosen the non-traditional option, so which has been wonderful. And I was like, I don't think I've ever played a game like this where everybody had like different types of pronouns, and so, or maybe I probably have in other games on Gaze of Our Lives, and just I don't know, but this just seems really new and fresh, and I love it.
Yeah, everyone has something that's slightly non-binary. I love that moment when Gwen was like, I am a little girl. I don't know if that was intentional. You thinking about the gender or okay, yeah.
Maybe a girl.
Like, But yeah. For me, the sort of like chosen but also not necessarily chosen family, like the family created because of circumstance, is definitely part of it. Or just because of a commonality, like you know, I didn't go through rejection with my family and being queer. There's always an adjustment period and an ongoing, because the queer community keeps changing, an ongoing like readjustment, um that I don't know if everybody is always as aware of what I experienced by that readjustment. um but it's always created, um like when you walk into a like a gaming store or a comic book store, and you're like, I automatically have things in common with all of you, and there's something that we can relate, like you know Flint and Felix both have this non-humanoid experience that they share, and and destructive experience, like path that they can lay, that can haunt them a little bit, maybe.
Maybe you, not me.
uh and or like you're trying to help me embrace that part of myself because I don't know how to embrace that part of myself. And so being amongst a group of people where we teach each other things about ourselves to other people as a way of them better understanding themselves. Was that convoluted enough?
Yeah, you can make it more convoluted if you want. Jen, did you answer?
No, not yet. Could you I just kind of like got really into what Nina was saying, so now I've forgotten.
Oh, it's okay. The question was kind of what queer themes have come up for you so far, or what are you hoping to explore going forward?
So I guess this being like a blend character of me and my great-great-grandma. So the me part is, since I was about somewhere between 6 and 8, I've never really identified with femininity as it's been presented to me. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And like
For
even
lots of
back
us.
then, I'm like, I don't know, like I don't feel like a girl, but like I don't know, I'm just me. So just kind of getting some more, like trying to figure out the dang it, words. The theoretical, the idea, understanding part of that, the nuances. As me now playing an 8-year-old in this game, but with my knowledge of Jennifer in her late 30s. And then the great grandma part of the character is like, she was Muskogee, who was adopted, air quotes, or to our knowledge, adopted as a young child. So there's a lot of otherness that I know she just must have experienced, not belonging in the world that she grew up in. So playing the child who was separated from their family was like, I'm hoping to like maybe connect some more with her. And I'm also alongside like playing this, like researching her in my family. So just better understanding of myself and family, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I I was kind of wondering because you said the other points are my great grandmother, and I was like, but you're playing an 8-year-old, so I'm glad that you like elaborated a little bit on that. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
I liked for myself for this. I think that the last thing I thought about was gender for Celix because I'm like, this is basically a stone golem. That's basically what it is, and I have the same experience that you do, Jen, in some ways that like I went through like, what does femininity mean and does it mean anything to me? And I go through phases where it's just like, okay, now I'm wearing makeup every day and dresses and looking cute. And now I'm like, and I just go back and forth a lot. And there were times that this happened when I was a kid too, where I would only wear dresses and then I would only wear jeans. And this went for months, both of those things. And then I would only wear this one pair of jeans and otherwise I wouldn't wear jeans at all. And that one pair of jeans was like light faded blue on the outside, but it was lined with like pink satiny stuff. So it felt really nice. Sensory issues at a young child, a parent at a young age. Lots of red flags there for the stuff that I'm dealing with now, but just like kind of exploring like, does being female require these things? But as Celix, I get to be agender, like I get to be genderless and yet so much more in some ways. And Celix would say, why do you confine yourself to such like, and also Celix is very much aromantic and asexual. So like, they're just like, I don't understand. Why would you choose? Not that you do in some cases. So it'll be fun to explore that. Thanks for letting me ask that question. I guess.
Okay, wonderful. So we will end the game with our checkout ritual. So I have been playing Shard.
Goodbye, Shard.
Goodbye,
night.
Shard.
And I'm Tennille. Good night, everyone.
Good night,
Tennille.
Tennille.
Night, Tennille.
Good night.
I played Celix.
Bye, Celix.
Bye, Celix.
And I'm Hallie.
Bye, Celix.
Good night,
Good night,
Hallie.
Hey, Hallie. Good night.
I have been playing Gwen the child.
Good night, Gwen.
Night, Gwenny.
Good night, Gwen.
And I am Jennifer.
Good night,
Hello,
Jennifer.
Jennifer.
Sweet dreams, Jennifer.
Good evening. I have been playing Flint,
Good night, Flint.
Good night, Flint.
and my name is Nina.
Good night, Nina.
Sweet dreams, Nina.
Night, night, Nina.
It's only 4, 5 o'clock.
Oh, that's true. It's not that late for us.
It is almost 8 here.
Have a delicious dinner, Flint.
Should we do our
Fire up the barbecue.
Woo!
I guess we are doing through the rest of the month. We are still fundraising. So if anyone wants to donate for Geek Therapy, please do so. It's in the comments in the thing on the Twitch. But it's probably too late now.
Oh, I believe our next one is supposed to be July 3rd. And we will check with everyone to see if that works out for everyone. And if it doesn't, then we'll see you at the next time.
It should work for me.
I think
Okay.
yeah, my partner will be working, so yeah, that works for me, and we'll probably hear lots of fireworks that evening. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching our traveling home. We'll see you at the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Night.
Thanks, Jesse.
Yes, thank
Looking out
you.
for us.